Your mom has inspiration. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, not JC.
I was gonna say this feels really strange.
I
Are
am
we all
Norm.
supposed to point at you?
Yeah, I should.
Well, I'm
start
pointing
going
like this. I don't know if that's right based
I
on
don't
how
know.
we're streaming out.
Yeah, you're basically you're at the top of the partridge or the top of the Brady Bunch square, down, straight down. And we're all
point down?
straight down. Yeah. Anyway, I am Norm. I am your DM for this session and a few sessions going forward. Joining me today is one not a DM, JC. How you doing, JC?
I am doing fucking awesome. LAFC, MLS Cup champions. That game was amazing. That's all I'll say about that. If you want to see an entertaining soccer game, go watch a replay of it.
Or just listen to our pre-show. Also joining me today
Yeah.
is Kooch, no longer Crixus.
What's up?
No,
Boomtown? Get him.
Finally.
Randolf.
Crixus.
Ruby Fists.
Rand.
And also joining us this time as an investigator is genius, yet to be named character? Question mark.
True.
Is he seriously named after that shark?
We'll see. Hey,
Okay.
it's D&D on Sunday morning with blatant adult content warning. So enjoy this sweet rhyme while you have a great time with Kooch, JC, Genius, and Norman.
That was
I
dope.
think if that's got to go up on permanently,
From out of nowhere.
in our font, like our nameplates and shit. That's got to be on our page somewhere.
It's funny because that came from one time Ryan started singing like it's D&D on Sunday morning, and then but he didn't say Norman last, and I'm like, oh, he missed the rhyme opportunity, and then I'm like, I gotta jot that down, and here a few months later, it's like, okay, it's
Fix
gonna
it.
be a limerick.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. While we're on the topic of past shows, you want to give us a recap?
Sure. So last two shows were back in July, and this is what happened. So Ellie gives a mission and to these two investigators, and I'll let them introduce themselves after the recap if they want to. They took horses to the manor of Baron Henrik Rennet, whose wife went missing after a masquerade party. They offered to find her and traveled first to then they traveled to the manor that the masquerade was at, which was not in great upkeep. There was a pond, stable, guest houses. Weather was bad. Seemed like an all kind of walking into a horror movie. They found a small girl who was the daughter of a worker who told them that since the party that she hasn't seen anybody, but here's a heartbeat. So they had her hang out with their horses while they headed in. Found a man who was a little crazy, reeked of booze, seemed confused. Lots of dead bodies. When they started shaking the bodies, their giant worms came out of them. Axe had a tough time hitting, and ended up going down. Randolph swapped for his hammers 2 for 1 and took care of the rest. And they took some potions in a short rest. Into the second episode, second episode was when they went back outside to take that short rest. In the kitchen, they unfortunately found Jenny's mom, who had not made it through the ordeal, and then went to a library where there was a clock with a dagger in the drawer that they took, and some books. And then they went into a luxurious room that had a hole in the floor and a younger man in there who was ranting about worms and killing, and here's a heartbeat, and they find out that this is the Count. Is it Count Labrim?
Yeah,
Oh,
accurate.
I didn't write down his.
Yeah.
Where's his last name?
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
That doesn't matter. He's dead. Turns out there was a giant worm feasting on the bodies that were down there. And after the fight, which went surprisingly well for them after the last battle, but maybe they learned something. They found they were able to talk the guy into revealing that he had killed his father and buried him in the wall of that room. In that room was also Eleanor's body, so they took Eleanor's body and tried to escape while leaving the Count inside. And as they did that, they started him on fire and burned the house down. And then they took Eleanor's body and Jenny back to Baron Renitz, explained what happens. He said there was something called echo fever. He made them constables. They got a long rest. Jenny became a ward. Jenny was the little girl. She was the ward of. She became the ward of Henrik Rennet, and they got some gold, and they got a writ of law enforcement to be constables, and they headed back to Ellie at the Belching Dragon to tell their story and level up.
That is all accurate.
And because we like limericks, when it comes to Randolph and Axe, they're serious about how to relax. When situations get risky, they pull out the whiskey because there's nothing like bourbon and snacks.
Yeah,
Bourbon and snacks.
I love, Ryan, that you get blamed for the fire as much as you have like equal share in that fight.
I deserve it.
You hang out with me, of course you do. Guilt by association.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, on today's journey, there will be some hesitation here and there as I click buttons.
The hesitations aren't as long as you think they are ever.
Can you?
Just so you're aware.
I'm assuming you guys can all hear the audio.
Yep. Writ of law enforcement. I forgot to put that in my
All right.
inventory.
So we open up today's story at the Belching Dragon. As you can hear, it is very busy. All the tables are full. There's a bard playing in the corner. Fire's nice and warm. Everybody's having a grand old time. It is early afternoon, and everybody is in full tilt swing. Ellie's behind the bar. Axe and Rand are at the bar because they've been summoned by Ellie again. They have full plates of food in front of them, 2 or 3 empty casks or cups of mead in front of them, working on their 3rd and 4th.
At this point, they got pitchers instead of. They've stopped doing the cups and started doing pitchers.
Yeah, basically. Ellie is busy wiping down, serving all the people, running food out, and Axe and Rand are growing impatient. They've been there for an hour. Ellie has not told them what is going on yet.
Hey, Ellie!
In fact, they're getting quite angry. What?
Ellie, what gives? We're like constable type people now. We gotta be watching shit unless we're doing something.
Well,
We're
you're
in
watching
high
me.
demand. Come on, Eliana. We're in high demand right now.
Right now, you're watching me tend to this bar, and I told you. You will be told when it is time. We are waiting on one more person, and you will just have to wait until they get here. As if on cue, the door slams open. Everybody turns to look at what is going on by the front door. And all you see is this yellow light shining through with the silhouette standing in the door, hands on hips, looking around. You don't see anything other than this silhouette. It is heroic pose. I'm entering the saloon.
What time
Watch
of day
your
is it? I
women and
gotta
children.
remember this. This is an awesome entrance.
And as he steps in, the light kind of silhouette fades away, and this full, just gorgeous looking dwarf steps in. And he looks around, just flowing red locks, just a beard that everybody's jealous of, women
Do we
want to
recognize
be
the
him,
dwarf?
and men want to be with him. And he just exudes confidence. And he's big, and he is tall for a dwarf. And he's just, you can see the muscles rippling on him as he kind of adjusts and kind of cinches up his belt a little bit. And he's
It's
got,
the dwarven version of a Ken doll.
yeah, kind of.
Mhm.
He's got a bushy beard. He's wearing spiked armor. He's got just a giant great axe that he carries with ease. And around his waist, you see just several other smaller axes of various types. And as he steps in, just the women just start fanning themselves, and the men, kind of blush and kind of adjust their shirts. And then he spies Axe and Rand at the bar. You can go ahead and take it, Jeff.
Yeah, but by Morden's beard, is that little Randy? And hey, Wicket! I haven't seen you guys in ages.
So I'm
So
sure
we
I
apparently know
recognize
this guy.
this
Who is
individual.
this?
Yeah. Yeah, you can continue with the next, if you want.
Why don't you take it away? You control this now.
Sure. All right. This is generally speaking, you can't find anything wrong with him, which is probably why Axe and Randolph hated him. Bruce was just a handful. Bruce was just a handful of years older. They quickly got tired of the constant. Why can't you be more like Bruce every time they failed, screwed up, erred, or pretty much did anything right or wrong? They know each other from the clan relatively well, but what Bruce thinks are fun nicknames, Randolph and Axe do not appreciate. Finding no real fault in Bruce, Axe and Randolph basically just avoided him around the clan so as not to be seen with compared to him. The only reason Axe and Randolph had for intentional direct contact was the off chance that Bruce's twin sister might be hanging around. She was as much feminine of a dwarf as Bruce was manly. Neither really had a chance with her, but a dwarf boy can dream, right?
So
yes,
Twin sister, you said?
Bruce will come up to the bar and he will. He sees you're eating and he will flag Ellie down and join you. Right in between. I mean, he's gonna squash himself right between you guys.
Oh, Bruce. Elliot comes up to the in front of him with a mug in hand and says,
And her
Finally.
axe rolls his eyes heavily at Ellie. The way she says, "Oh, Bruce," is like, "No, come on."
"No, Ellie. If you actually looked closer at Ellie, she's not blushing. She's just kind of busy.
Winded from running.
Yeah, she's like,
completely misinterpreted her. Yeah.
yep. So she is actually very much, just impatient and happy that he finally showed up. And
He's used to women acting like that around this dude.
and
Said
says,
dude, I should have said douche.
Bruce, finally you're here. But just grab a seat. I'll be with you in a second. And she scurries off.
Are you,
So, boys,
You're
what have
the
you
guy
been up
we're-
to?
you're the guy we're waiting for?
Yeah, isn't it great?
Holy hell.
We've been waiting
Ellie's
for a
got
long
some-
time, Bruce.
Ellie's got some pull down south. They requested me by name, and here I
Hey,
am.
Whatever she does to you down south is your own business. Completely misread this entire situation.
Ellie comes back and says, "Follow me," and she'll take you into the kind of the corner of the bar, so it's not as loud and kind of secludes you from the rest, so people will, kind of respect your conversation. And she says, "You've been summoned again, Axe and Rand. Henrik needs your help again. You do remember Henrik,
Well-
don't you?"
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely what we're here to help out. But can I ask, why is Bruce here?
Well, last time you guys may have had a few issues, and Bruce is known to be very reliable and not quick with the burning of one's house down.
That house was a shithole, man.
So
Uh,
he's I'm sending him with you this time to be sure that nothing happens.
So he's a babysitter.
You could say that. Do you think you don't need one?
That house needed to be destroyed. It was going to become a bigger problem that had been left standing.
Well,
Oh.
and this is why he's coming with you. He will be the
Okay.
voice of reason in all of your decision making.
Hang on a minute. I go rummaging through my pack. You got one of these things, and I pull out the writ of law enforcement. What this means, this paper means you work for us.
We're a big deal.
You report to Rand and to me.
It's
Hey,
not
whatever
Bruce on
floats-
top. It's
Ellie,
us on top.
Ellie
Whatever
will.
floats your boat. Big wink to Ellie.
I'm putting the writ back in my bag so I don't see him wink.
Axe and Rand roll
Don't wink.
perception. Give me perception.
Don't wink at Ellie. Don't wink.
Perception. Ooh. Oh, 15. Oh, no, that's Rand's. Mine's 5.
All right, Axe, you
I'm
have
busy putting my
no
writ away to notice anything.
Axe, you have no clue, but Rand, you kind of notice Ellie look at Bruce and just kind of like roll her eyes and just kind of shake her head slightly to say yes, like just follow along. And then she'll go back to saying, I need you there right away. He has taken sick. And this is of great importance. He has made it very clear that this needs to be done now. Can you go now?
We could have gone an hour ago, but this asshole wasn't here yet.
You're right.
Wait.
You're right. We could be
Ellie,
there by now.
I'll take my plate to go.
Very well. Grab your stuff, and I'll meet you up front. So,
Love you, Jeff.
Wait. Can I have a bottle of bourbon to go too?
fine. So Ellie will run back behind the bar, grab the bottle, kind of give Bruce a to-go bag, and then puts a little sippy cup top on everybody's drinks. And
Bruce, what's your sister's name?
Bree.
Bree?
Yeah. You would know that from
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, and yeah, I mean, so you know that like
kidding yourself if I'm not going to ask about her because
yeah, no.
that's why I
Yeah,
want-
and
Yeah.
and you know,
Bree, man.
you guys have an obvious problem with him because of what he is, but he's really, generally speaking, he's a really great guy. He brings positivity. He's not arrogant, all that stuff. But that
He's
is
Fred.
not the part. That's not the part where you you guys focus on.
He's Freddy from Scooby Doo. That's what I'm picturing. He's a good guy. He's not a bad guy, but just because everyone loves him and he's so fucking fabulous, and like I imagine, I mean, at least for Axe, that there's a part of him that it's you remind me of my father, and the popularity he had, and that's why I push against it.
Yeah, yeah.
so Ellie
We're off
ushers
carrying
you.
Axe around.
Ellie ushers you guys outside
Multiple.
and sends you on your way. It is I don't remember what it's like, a day trip to his estate. Is there anything you guys want to talk about during that trip, or is it just kind of a lazy trip?
So, Bruce, how's your sister doing?
I haven't seen her in a while. She's, doing girly stuff. I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time with her since I went off adventuring,
Still single?
as far as I know. But ladies, they,
Yeah.
they get around.
Yeah. All right.
Well, she gets around by my place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
High five.
Hey, genius! Quick question: Did you add your character to D&D Beyond yet?
I did, and you might have to refresh. I had to refresh my character sheet because it didn't pull in the dice rolls right away. So, but it should be in there.
All right. So I got to be sure I add them to some stuff.
Yes, Bruce Rack and Crack, for those who didn't get to see the
Rack
last name.
Rack and crack.
There's no C's, it's all K's.
And not where you think.
Again, crack.
It's actually one of the, if you hit random dwarf names, it comes up every once in a while in D&D Beyond, and I thought it was hilarious.
Okay, there we go. Excellent.
Yeah, so he's Axe's issues are all Axe's issues.
hmm
I don't know why Rand doesn't like him so much, but Axe's shit is all purely his. He will never own it, but it's all purely his.
Yeah, so this is all tracking very much considering your characters are, according to the last title of the last episode, the dim with the dim-witted, or the dim light
Yeah.
and the dim-witted, or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we needed a straight man.
Yeah. And I made sure that my intelligence was at least as high as, or higher than each of yours. So
Doesn't take a lot to get high.
no,
Axe's-
no. But I left wisdom down, so there's some things he's not going to perceive.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, so you guys head to,
And Lord Henrik's.
yep, you go to Henrik Rennett's
Henrik's Manor.
manor again, and you get there, and Ask Jeeves is at the front door, and you guys get off your horses, walk up to the front door, knock, and the door opens up, and he looks at Axe and Rand, and he just kind of, you can see his shoulders just slump, and he sighs.
What's up, Jimbo? Boss needs to see us, apparently.
Yes, I forgot that he had called for you again.
You have any idea what
Please
this is about?
follow me this way.
How I mimic his walk.
Walk this way.
Walk this
After our
way.
conversation, please make sure that we get a chilled bourbon to go.
Get the other
He's-
bourbon's gone already.
He's just going to ignore you and say, "You, sir, you are new," in regards to Bruce, and looks him up and down and says, "And you are."
Name's Bruce.
You'll like this guy. He's not like us.
Yeah, he's a real stick in the mud like you, GVs.
I'll keep these guys in line,
He kind of ushers you
and I'll
in
wink at them.
and closes the door behind you, and says, "Follow me this way," and then walks back, through that area. Instead of going back to where that throne room was, he brings you up the right-hand side of the grand staircase. If you remember correctly, the staircase had, it was like that, those old southern staircases that came down around both sides, left and right. And he brings you up the right-hand side.
Like the Resident Evil mansion.
Yeah, very much so.
Bruce, let us do the talking. You don't know anything about this guy, but he really loves us. We're like extra sons for him.
Okay.
I'm right behind Rand, just nodding. Yep.
As you get to the top of the staircase, it's kind of like how the downstairs was. You have portraits and pictures of like the family and events, and except on this level, you have, going down the hallway, rooms going off of each side, but you have more sculpture type art, just random, some animals, some creatures, some that may possibly kind of sort of look like some of the people in the paintings. And you get to the last room, and it opens up. It's a double door, and it's very ornate. And Jeeves kind of knocks on it a couple times, and you hear very lightly from the inside, "Enter." Jeeves pushes open of the door and walks in and beckons you to follow.
Hello,
As
man.
you as you enter, you see a giant 4-poster bed with kind of like a light sheer drapery over the top, kind of hanging down on all sides, with the left hand side kind of being lifted up and fastened at the top. And sitting next to the bed is Jenny, holding a hand of someone that's laying in that bed. And as you move around to that side, Jenny kind of looks up, and kind of
Smile and do
smiles.
one of those like low by the hip waves.
Yeah,
at her.
she smiles and she waves. She says, "Oh, good. I'm glad you're here." And as you move to that side of the bed, you see that Henrik is just kind of very frail looking. He's sick, but not necessarily sick in the way that you would assume someone that has like the flu or cancer, or they just seem very disheveled.
Have you seen House of the Dragon, Norm?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What episode of the King's Decline are we in?
I would
He's
say
not missing anything, is he?
no, he's not missing
Okay.
anything, and he doesn't have any open wounds, but I would say
Okay.
he is towards the end of the season.
Ooh,
So
ooh.
very
Mm.
very
Losing
sickly,
hair and sickly and thin.
very sickly. Yep.
But how long had it been? Has it been since these two were last
Long.
here?
So it would have been
Yeah.
probably only a few days, almost a week, since they last saw. So it really has a lot of time has not gone by.
that is literally Axe's. What the fuck?
Uh-huh. And as you look at him, he's got really dark circles under his eyes. He's just all dressed in black. And he's just as weak as he appears. Like, his eyes are darting all around. You know how a cat is kind of looking there and like looks all around as it's following stuff?
He looks a little crazed.
Yeah, he looks a little crazed. And he recognizes you and he says, "Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. This is this is all
course.
very troubling."
You're telling me you look like hell, man.
Yeah, what's going on, Baron?
Did you have some bad food or something?
I've been haunted in my dreams. I cannot sleep. And I keep hearing like these voices in my dreams telling me I haven't slept in 4 days.
Voices are telling you you haven't slept in 4 days?
I need you to help me. Eleanor lays wrapped in her burial gowns in the family resting crypt in the basement. But it was always her need and her want to be placed in her family's mausoleum. I need you to take her. She's begging me to have you take her and place her with her family.
Wait. What? The dead body's begging you in your dreams?
Yes, Eleanor comes to me in my dreams and tells me
Oh,
she's
yeah, that makes sense.
I kind of stick my head behind Bruce and look over at Rand and go, running my finger around my head like he's nuts.
Jenny kind of looks at you and kind of frowns and says, "Axe, that is not very nice."
Bodies are talking to him?
And Henrik again looks at you and says, "Please." She's begging. And again, his eyes are just darting all over the place and kind of fixate kind of at the foot of the bed. And he tilts his head almost as if he's listening to someone talk.
How strong are you, Bruce?
Pretty good, pretty strong.
Can you carry a body?
I can carry a body.
He's got a purpose.
All right.
All right, Bruce, you
Please.
carry the body. We'll do the navigation. So where are we going again?
What are you guys
Family's
passive?
mausoleum. Where's that?
What's everybody's passive wisdom?
Perception?
Passive insight?
Passive insight? 10.
9.
Oh, 9. I'm sorry, 11. That's not true. It's 11.
All right. So Rand, you would recognize that he is kind of in the grip of a madness. He's just so in such despair over his wife that he is just kind of losing his grip a little bit. And that,
Hey,
by
guys,
doing this, it will hopefully alleviate and give him peace of mind and kind of help bring him back to his normal life.
Out of character, JC is trying to remember. Eleanor was his wife, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Some
Yeah,
lady.
The episodes I should have.
Yeah, it was his side piece. He's more distraught over his side piece than his wife.
I hope that's not Jenny.
Oh God, no. That's just
I mean,
you know
House of
what?
the Dragon. We
We're-
made
we're
one
all-
reference to it already.
we're all gonna take a timeout so Genius can think about what he did and just said.
I mean,
All right, back to it.
Yes.
All right, so that is Bruce and Rand don't get that from this interaction, but you understand that's the way it is right now.
Yeah, we can make this happen. No problem.
Yeah, we got this. We got a guy to carry the body.
That's all we need.
And actually, I take that back. It's not the actual body. It's an urn, so it's not like you have to
Oh.
transport an entire body.
Oh,
So it's
that's
a
even
lot
easier.
easier.
yeah.
probably better because my if I'm carrying it, my spiked armor might do some damage to a body.
Already dead, Bruce.
Yeah, it's an urn. So they had the ceremony or whatever you want to call it.
We're gonna have to earn our keep on this one.
Ouch.
There's the show title,
Ouch.
folks. There's the show title. So Jeeves, kind of who is sitting back in the corner, kind of steps forward and says, "Please follow me." And kind of motions out the door.
Before I turn to walk away, I just come over to Jenny and say, "Sorry. It's good to see you again."
It is
And then I
fine.
go,
It is good to see you as well, and we will talk when you get back.
"Yes, yes."
So he leads you, kind of back to the front hall entranceway, where one of the other servants has already brought in the urn to the front entryway and is kind of holding it with great reverence by the door. And Jeeves looks at you all. This may be too much to ask, but can you please be careful? This is a very important thing you are carrying. Eleanor was much beloved by this entire area and all who worked for her and with her. We need you to treat this with great reverence.
No problem, Jimbo. We got this.
So where are we going? Do we have a map?
He's
Yeah.
carrying
You
it,
have-
man.
Yep. So he, Jeeves gives you the urn, and he
And turn
pulls
and look
out
at Bruce.
Yeah.
He holds it out, and it's like, "This is
Sitting
your
next-
job, dude."
sitting next
I'll
to
take the urn.
sitting next to the guy on a table was a rolled up map, and Jeeves takes it, rolls it open, kind of points to where you are, kind of like what he did the first time around, and then points, "You are going here." And he kind of circles it and kind of gives you the layout of the land.
Do we get to take this map with us, or do we got to memorize this?
Nope, you can take it with you.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cakewalk.
And so you are going to he basically gives you everything you need, like all of your rations and everything for your 2-day trip,
Nice.
and says
Pocket bacon. Hell
you
yeah.
are pocket bacon. He says you are handed to the Painted Valley. That is where you are headed. That
Painted
is
Valley.
Eleanor's family's mausoleum resting place. The roads are very safe, so you should not have any issues. Now, please make
Thanks,
haste.
GBs.
And then
Where's that chilled bourbon now?
we are not giving you bourbon until you get back.
So stingy with it.
You had one job, GBs. All right.
All right, he
Well,
more or less
I
kind
got
of
the map.
puts out his arms and kind of shuffles you to the door, like, get the fuck out of here. like he's just annoyed
Oh.
that you're still standing in the entryway.
Bruce grabbed the urn, Rand grabbed the map. Axe kind of looks around and goes, and grabs his spear and just
Kind of hucks it out.
he turns and leaves. There's no pushing him. He realizes he doesn't need to grab anything, so it's time to hit the road. Hope it doesn't hit back.
Yeah. So the trip takes 2 days, so it's kind of a longer trek. And at night, as you know, the roads are safe. You know, it's good weather, all that fun stuff. But at night, as you sleep, all three of you have these dreams, not nightmares. For Axe and Rand, you would understand that it is Eleanor because you saw the body. It looks like her, but like younger, full of life, vibrant, and she just says things to you. Not really things that you can remember, but it just kind of haunts you. And for Bruce, it would be just almost like more, not necessarily scary, but more disturbing because you don't know who this person is. And both nights, it's the same person telling you the same thing, but it's kind of indistinguishable, but you kind of get pieces of, you know, the idea, like the thoughts in your head are of, lay me to rest. I need peace. And
So lay me to rest, not bring me to life.
Wake me
Yes.
up. Wake me up inside.
Wake me up.
Save me.
She does not sing to you.
Yeah, wake up.
No, she doesn't sing to us.
Yeah, there's no male spirit in the background as backing vocals.
A haunting guitar riff.
Yeah. But that, you know, when you wake up both mornings, you're left with the feeling of urgency, but also just kind of this lingering feeling that she's kind of with you. And whether you discuss that amongst yourselves is whatever. Do you guys want to talk about anything on your trip?
I'm really kind of disappointed. I was hoping I'd dream about Bree. I did not.
It was not
I
pretty.
don't
Wait a
remember what it
minute.
was, but I know it wasn't her. Ugh.
I mean, Rand is gonna say, "Well, I see what the Duke means. I had a dream about his wife too, and it's
Don't
pretty
tell
creepy.
Jenny, she'll get upset.
Pretty damn creepy."
Don't think you should be dreaming about another man's wife,
She's dead, Bruce.
especially a dead one.
Hey, we all got our kinks.
All right.
Whatever happens.
Bruce is slowly forming a negative opinion about Axe and and Bree. Just kind of like everything Axe says seems like not a good match, whether it's intentional or not. He's slowly putting that together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Axe. I imagine Axe was always the one that just kind of approached Bree and thought he was being cool and slick, and ended up just being a moron.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
So she never gave him like the time of day. Like she said a few words to him, and those are precious memories to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
as you guys,
There's an elaborate story that Axe tells sometimes
Yeah.
about interaction that took all of 30 seconds and he makes into like a entire
Exactly.
afternoon. Yeah.
the
It was an
entire
afternoon
2-day
of
trip is
conversation over drinks.
yeah. All right. So as you approach, it's a very overgrown valley, and you come down through the mountains. And as you're coming down, it's very pretty. It's very overgrown. It's very. The smell of flowers is not overwhelming. It's very pleasant.
Alive.
Yeah, it's very alive, but everything is just very overgrown. And there's
Unlike the house, which was very dead.
yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go and come down the mountain, you can kind of see over the valley, and you kind of see buildings, and you have like the clouds are kind of lower because you are coming from a little bit higher up. The clouds feel really low to the ground. And you see, as you get closer, it kind of opens up, and you kind of distinguishes a little bit more buildings. And way further past this little, not even a town, it's just kind of a
Intersection.
Hamlet.
little burg. Yeah, a little hamlet.
Like 4 buildings on an intersection.
More or less, 2 churches, 5 bars, and a mausoleum.
So we're in Wisconsin?
One stoplight.
Yep.
Like Maribel.
Yep. And past this little burg,
There's a
you
subway
see,
in the gas station. That's where we all meet up.
you see like a 3 or 4 story tower past this little burg. It's not inside. It's not in town. It's kind of on the far side of the other end of town. And as you slowly work your way down,
Story mausoleum.
what?
Is this the mausoleum? This 4-story building?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it's a family.
It's an important family.
Family had some money. Apparently they built a little town to take care of the mausoleum.
Yeah.
So as
This is
you
the People's Palace. And,
as you go down, you see all these buildings and stuff, and you enter the town, and everything is just. You can tell that things just have gone to shit. Like trees are coming out from rooftops, doors are hanging off, windows are broken. Like nature has reclaimed town. And as you continue walking through, just slowly meandering through this little town, up on the left-hand side, you see a house that doesn't have any trees or like nature left that house alone. And as you get closer, you kind of see a gentleman appear from around the side of the house.
Can you describe said gentleman? Human?
Said gentleman is human. He looks
Okay.
really, really old. He looks, he's very grizzled. Like, so he's kind of, probably like an 85-year-old dude, like maintaining a house. And he looks like he's got like a work apron on, almost like one of those leather workman aprons. And he's holding a rake. And he just kind of a rake. Yeah, he's puttering. He's taking care of stuff.
yeah. He saw you kids and he thinks you're going to go on his lawn.
Yeah.
Gotta leave, bro.
And he's just kind of taking, he's maintaining his house. And as you get closer, he stops and he kind of rests on the rake.
Rand, this guy's like, man, he's like the human version of Old Man Rockbiter. Guy that always yelled at us to get off his stone.
Oh, I hope he doesn't put us to work. I didn't come here to rake.
No, we have a delivery to make. We're busy. We're hired.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he wants to pay us more or has whiskey.
I'm sure he notices how big of a deal we are. So
As you
If
guys
he
get
doesn't, I have a
closer,
piece of paper in my backpack.
when you
Show it
actually
to him.
get to his property, he just kind of looks at you and says, "You guys better be leaving before something bad happens to you."
Like what?
What?
Like what? Something
what do you
bad?
mean, like-
what?
What do you mean? Like what?
like what bad? What things
what-
bad? What bad things?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here for 30 years taking care of this, the mausoleum for the family, and
Oh, you got a key to the mausoleum? We have a delivery for the mausoleum.
oh, you do you?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find the key.
Oh, awesome. All right, we'll wait here.
And he just kind of stands
Yeah,
there.
I hate to tell the Baron that we can't drop off the remains of his lovely wife Eleanor.
As you guys are talking, you can kind of see his mouth kind of droops open. And you can just kind of, when you're talking to somebody and you know for a fact they just aren't listening. Like he's kind
nothing
of
like
inside
old
his own
man rock
thoughts.
fighter.
He just stands there.
I think he fell asleep.
Hey,
And he kind of
Billy.
startles.
Eddie Bob.
And says, "Hey, you guys need to leave before something bad happens to you guys."
Bruce,
man.
Bruce,
in a
you
time
speak. You speak Cantankerous. Why don't you talk to this old asshole?
Bruce will pull the urn out and walk up and say, "This is the remains of Eleanor. I don't know if we know her last name. She
Rennet.
Rennet.
worship. I mean her
Her married
family's name.
name. Eleanor family name.
Probably Rennet too,
Uh,
by the way.
We'd like to deliver this to the mausoleum. Do
Oh, to the
you,
dragon?
My sister, cousin, brother needs to be buried. He kind of looks at you. Mausoleum? I've been taking care of the mausoleum for like 30 years. I'm the only one left.
Hey, Bruce, is he real? Like, touch his shoulder. Is he a projection or something that's like stuck on repeat?
Don't touch the old man with the
yeah, and
rake and that attitude.
Don't.
I will.
Why don't you guys give
Hang on
me
a minute. I got a spear. Hang on.
give me a perception check?
Take the butt end of my spear and just kind of tap him with the butt end of my
Like,
spear.
poke him on the shoe.
Yeah. Are you real?
Why don't you guys give me a wisdom check or perception?
Perception.
Not good.
Good.
18.
Great.
3.
Double deuce.
Nice.
Ooh, 22.
So Axe and Rand, you do notice that he's just that very glassy stare. But you also notice that when he's talking, you see black spots on his tongue.
Is any of this familiar from like previous encounters? No.
Nope. You just he has black spots on his tongue, and he just kind of you can tell that he's not right.
Did
Sir,
you catch your name, old timer?
My name's Valdemar.
All right, Valtrex, can I get your keys to the mausoleum, sir? We gotta get this dropped off, and then we gotta go.
He reaches into the front of his apron, pulls out a ring of like 20 keys, and kind of sticks his arm out.
I grab the keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just
waiting
gonna
for
stand
someone
there.
to say it.
Yep. And so he lets go when you take it, and he's gives you a warning again. You guys better leave. Better leave.
We'd like to. Which key is it?
He just
The
ignores you.
mausoleum.
You
Which
just
key's the mausoleum key?
We better
eyes kind of fog over again.
better
And he just kind
go
of stops
before he
listening.
wants his keys back.
I'm stepping backwards as I'm doing this. Okay, we have keys. I tie them to my belt tightly. So yes, stealth checks will be at disadvantage now until I get rid of the keys.
Now that's all of us.
Yeah.
Jackpot. All right,
And
let's
he hands the keys over, and he just kind of stands there and just kind of stares at you like. Doop-a-doop. After a minute, he just starts. He just kind of turns around and he just rakes really at nothing.
Oh boy.
Well, you guys,
All right,
what'd you like to do?
you guys come across the nicest fellows. Not a touch wrong with any of them.
And to the-
Well,
You can, if you look around, you can kind of tell that you can see the tip of that, the mausoleum kind of poking up through the trees. So it's
that
not
direction.
really difficult for you to figure out which way to go. You just, what would you like to do? Would you like to look around a little bit? Would you like to keep going?
we got the key to the mausoleum. Let's go to the mausoleum.
yep.
We're here to deliver an urn.
Actually, can
I
I
wanna
peek in
poke
one
around
of
that
the
bigger space.
windows? Just peek in one of the windows, see if I can see anything inside.
Yeah, I mean,
In the house or the...
there's. Are you
The
talking
house.
about his house or just a random house?
Yeah, just a house on the way to the mausoleum.
Sure. So as you continue walking along your path, you come, the houses are not close together, but they're not far apart. There's probably another 4 or 5 houses on each side of the road as you walk to the edge of town. And as you walk past, you kind of go from one house to the next and kind of peek in, and they all kind of look the same. Broken chairs, trees kind of coming up. Nothing really sticks out as livable, much less lived in at any point in the last 30 years. It kind of appears that when he says he's the only person that's been there for the last 30 years, you believe it. Like, it is like full grown trees coming out of some of these houses and kind of tilting them. And
Place looks like some evil druid went through it with a gusto.
Well, that's what happens when you get a bunch of crazy folk, and they're just putting stuff together.
Is there any wildlife, like animals around?
yeah, I mean, as you're going, you come to the edge of town, and there's birds chirping. You see a couple little bunnies hopping around here and there. And when you get to the edge of town, it kind of changes from, light trees, light brush, shrubbery, and all that stuff to a pretty dense, forest. So you have birds singing in the trees, and as you look around, you'll know you kind of notice like this purplish, blackish fungi blooming everywhere.
Look anything like the black spots on the dude's tongue?
There's really, why
No
don't
correlation to
you
it?
roll me? Roll me
Intelligence check?
Yeah, why don't you roll me an intelligence check?
Sure. No.
Or if you want, medicine.
It's intelligence based. 6.
Medicine is wisdom.
Oh, medicine is wisdom? That isn't gonna be much better. Hang on, let me do medicine. Medicine. That's a 14.
Anybody else want to roll?
I didn't see the spots on his tongue,
Oh,
so
that's
I'm
right.
not
Oh.
rolling.
So with the 14, John, you would kind of associate maybe those black dots on his tongue maybe with some sort of poisoning or maybe some sort of reaction to all of this mold and black fungi.
Okay. I am at that point when I realize that I'm going to start rummaging through my bag looking for something.
Just nothing. Not nothing. Just
Not,
something.
I'm not looking for nothing. I'm looking for something. I'm gonna actually take part of my disguise kit, which I imagine there's like a shirt in there or something, and I'm going to destroy it and make like mask that I can tie around my nose and mouth, and make one for each of them if they want it.
I mean, I'll take it. Sure.
Yeah, I'll take it, but not unless you
I
tell
don't-
me why.
I don't think we should be breathing these mushroom spores, mold shit. You see that
And we
stuff?
can't be out. We can't be out of here soon enough. Let's go.
Hell yeah. So I take my beard and I like kind of roll it up and put it in front of it and then tie it over it so it acts like a filter.
A dwarf
And
made
wash my
filter.
beard later.
Probably some fried chicken in there.
You could probably market that as a new type of HEPA filter, huh?
Yeah.
Dwarven beard HEPA filters.
Dwarven HEPA. Trademark. Patent pending.
A DEPA filter.
All right. So you put those masks on, and you just kind of keep an eye on it. And then we will go to
Proceed
the map.
to the.
We are going
we're
to
on the
Owl
map
Bear.
Ooh, we are on the map.
You are
We
now
are
officially on the map.
on the map.
this up.
On the map. On the
On
map.
the map. On the map.
So this is the edge of town, and as you are going, we'll see if I remember how to remove the
Fog of War.
fog of war.
Do we decimal system?
All right.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Come
Are you
on.
insinuating we are munchkins? Because we're actually dwarves.
Yeah, we're dwarves.
Oh,
It'd be more like hi ho, it's off the work we go.
Y is
Hi ho. Do we need to reload the map, Tom? Did you break it?
no.
you son of a bitch.
It's I select fog of war. It's not letting me.
Edit it.
There we go. Oh,
Are you
now
in
I-
edit mode?
Now I am.
I don't know if there's an edit mode.
Nope. I don't want to do that.
Oh,
Ooh,
it all went away.
It all went away.
It did. It all went away.
You
All
had
right,
to
that's
make it
fine.
in sections in order to remove it by sections, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, and I clicked on the wrong thing. But so as you guys
Oh.
are going, you can kind of move yourselves up right about here.
Okay.
So as you look, you have this black.
All
this is
these stone-looking things are the
Yeah,
black
that's-
fungi.
Yeah, that's kind of like the black fungi. That's kind of messing with you.
Ew.
I'm kind of
And-
avoiding it. So this stretches across the road in front of us, basically, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I mean it's literally everywhere. It's
Are we on horses, or did we walk this one?
You probably would have had to leave your horses at the path because the forest is really dense. It doesn't look like it here, but it really would have been really difficult for you to get your horses through. It would have been more of a pain.
Okay.
So you are on foot at this point.
Can we ask for a firebolt right here, maybe to clear
Yeah.
the path a little bit?
Yeah, I'm going to firebolt the path. That's a 19 to hit the path with a good old firebolt.
Yeah, I mean it's right in front of you. How far
Yep.
away are you doing it? Are you doing it literally at your feet?
No, I'm standing where I'm standing, and I'm hitting the path. I mean, it's right at Rand's feet. It looks like
So
he asked for the firebolt, so I obliged.
Hey, firebolt this.
so you firebolt it, and like with anything that is plant-based, when you try to set it on fire, it just kind of half burns, half smolders because it's it's wet. It's moist. Moist.
Do it again.
Moist.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, I mean I don't know what else you're gonna be doing. You're just gonna be sitting there
I'm
firebolting dirt.
I'm
All right.
firebolting and I'm charring it out so that we have a path we can walk on. It might be a little warm, but
Bruce will take out an axe and start kind of swinging it low, trying to scrape a path with the head of the axe.
just knock that burnt shit out of the way, Bruce.
So as you are doing that, your attention is kind of focused on what's in front of you, and
Makes sense.
suddenly you hear scuffling behind you. Two little plant friends. You've kind of spent enough time in the forest, and you've been noticed by some violet fungi.
Oh, we're gonna have a great time. These guys are fun.
Adorable.
Why don't you roll for... Oh, hold on. Let me start this. Roll for fighting. What's the word I'm looking for?
Initiative.
Initiative. Good
Roll
Jesus.
for fighting.
Good Jesus.
Roll to fight now.
Let fighting rolls.
That's what I'm going to call it. Roll for fighting.
Roll for fighting.
Roll for fight time.
Why don't you wait 1 second while I get this
Oh, cool. Good.
encounter.
I did worse than you.
Pull it up, and then we'll re-roll our initiatives.
All right.
Unless they're in there.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do worse.
Ooh, I did better. I did much better that time.
Worse.
Ditto.
Nice. All right.
You did worse, Kooch?
So the initiative...
first to worst.
Ouch.
Initiative will go Axe, Bruce, Violent Fungi 1, Randolph, and then Fungi 2. And I will label them in Owlbear here. You just want to label 1 for me. Label 1A and 1B, or 1-1 and 1-2.
Got it. A and B. I'll make those capital letters. Be easier to see. There we go. Oh, I love Owlbear Rodeo. It's so good. All right, so it's me, huh?
Yep.
I'm first.
So Axe, you go first.
Okay, I'm gonna guiding bolt A. It's a 6 to hit.
Yeah, that does not hit. You were so busy working on the fungi in front of you that you just kind of turned and shot your bolt, and it just shot right over his head.
Yep. So that's let's see. I got that. That was my action. I don't think I have a bonus action at all. Nope. Unless I want to convert sorcery points, which I do not right now. All right. Yeah, that will. What did I have? I had a 6. No, I'm good. I'm actually going to move myself back kind of behind you guys onto the trail where we burnt away the shit. And I'm done.
Bruce?
Shit, guys, sorry.
All right.
You can get some
Can you describe the bad guys, like how tall they are, how threatening they look?
Sure. They are they're a medium-sized plant. Let's see here. Let me see if I can give you a good description here.
Oh, men like you were called the fruit.
Do they look like giant alien Venus flytraps?
They are. They're just kind of purplish. They have a couple spikes on them. They have like a tentacle viney thing with a flower that is kind of coming out of them over the top. And it medium sized is what I'm not sure
Us.
exact.
It's a
Yeah.
normal.
We are
person.
medium sized. These
Yeah.
are big plants.
So they're decent sized. And,
So they're good size for plants, but not like towering over us or anything.
correct.
Yeah, just trying to see like how much resources do we spend on a plant battle.
Scared the shit out of me.
All right,
So
I will.
Why don't you guys roll? All of you roll another perception check for me.
Perception or insight?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. 14.
Also 14.
Rand with the high roll.
What did you get, Rand?
16.
All right. So Rand, as you notice, you look up from Axe's apparent devastation of dirt and fungi, and notice him shoot that bolt at the fungi behind you. You also look around, just kind of to get your bearings to see if you're being surrounded or if anything else is going on, and you notice further up the path, the ghost of Eleanor kind of materializes and starts beckoning you, like, "Come, follow me. Come, come." And that is what you notice. If you would like to take a free action and say anything, because that may
Guys, either I'm losing my mind or I just saw the ghost of Eleanor. We gotta get this urn to the mausoleum.
Do the plants look threatening or just kind of? I mean, as plants are.
they are looking threatening. Do you, Rand? Do you kind of point out Eleanor, because she doesn't go away. She's there. She is motioning you and just still silhouetted. Still.
Yeah,
very
I mean,
much there.
I nudge my head towards them, but it wouldn't matter, or towards her, but it would matter if they're paying attention to me or the fun guy.
Yeah, if you said that out loud, I think I would have looked and.
I would have spared a glance, in that direction.
Yeah. So
I think
if you guys look
I
in that
probably
direction,
wouldn't have been overly threatened by the plants then, and I probably would have followed Axe's direction.
All right, so yeah, I mean, if you glance in that direction, it is very much, you would notice it because you're in this darker, really thick forest, and she is like this, like kind of like the Lord of the Rings, when she, what's her name? The
Galadriel?
Yeah, when she is that bright white
Dark and
spectral. Well,
queen.
before she turns dark, but she's that bright white spectral being.
Yeah.
That is what Eleanor looks like. So you very much would see that, and you would see her beckoning you, like, "Come, you must come now."
All right, yeah. So Bruce would have went to go after those things and kind of turned on his heel and went forward instead.
All right. So are you going to go towards Eleanor then?
Yeah, is she's on the map, or I don't see?
No, I'll put her. This will be her right here.
There's a ghosty token somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I will go through the mushroom area and get to about there, and I'll just hold my action to attack because I was kind of in fight or flight mode.
All right.
So if something gets within 5 feet of me, I will attack it with my great axe. And I am done.
Axe, if you would like to, you can use your movement after seeing that. I know you said your turn was done, but...
So yeah, that would have been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I would have gone this way.
I think we only get 25 unless you.
Oh, 25, yes, 25. Sorry, dwarf.
We are dwarves.
We are dwarf.
Dwarven.
All right, so
Name's
then
Bruce.
Then 25.
now it is Needle, or it is the letter B. His turn.
B.
He will.
Yeah. We're leaving Randy behind.
Letter B. Letter B. Letter B. Letter B.
It's going to do a ranged weapon attack, so it is going to shoot needles at Rand. And that is a 21 to hit.
Gonna poke
It's-
it with his needles. Letter B.
Ooh. For 12 damage?
Gee.
Well, it was.
Sauce.
It's 2d6 plus 1, and it rolled a 6 and a 5.
Ouch.
That's the thing.
Are you still standing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to move.
My free action is Rand, get the fuck out of there. That's what I yell.
Yeah. And it's going to just move a little bit closer, not much closer.
Shuffles
It'll
along. You know,
move.
it's a plant.
Yeah, it'll move right about here.
Stands still too long, it grows into the ground.
And that'll be his turn. Its turn. Their turn.
Their turn, probably.
Next is Randolph.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
Bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Get some points back.
10 points back.
There might be on your actions tab, if you scroll down far enough, there might be a button for it. I don't remember.
I think there is.
There's a button, but I don't know if it rolls. It doesn't seem to roll.
I don't know. It doesn't roll.
Oh.
It's just a
Okay.
checkbox that you've used it.
Okay.
Martin has that.
And then I'm gonna run this way, and while yelling, "Holy crap, guys! These things really sting!" as I'm picking needles out of my arm. We gotta get moving now.
Is that the end of your
And then
turn?
my turn's done.
All right.
Yep.
So then it's going to be the other needle's turn. He's going to slowly make its way over this direction. And that's going to be its turn because it's not going to be in range. And then we are actually going to stop there as you guys are being chased by fungi.
These guys aren't as fun as I thought they'd be.
Alright.
Woo woo.
Fungi are not fun guys. Are neither fun nor guys.
Just because I am fun guy does not mean I am fun guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a good place to stop.
Design
So
geef.
we will
Thank you.
pick up there next week as you guys are being chased by needles, and Eleanor is beckoning you towards the mausoleum.
Telling us to come. We're being chased by needles, and she's telling us to come. Sadistic. Bitch.
Awesome.
Mm. Is everyone around next week? I can't remember
Yeah.
if there was. I know something coming up.
Nope, I'm in Las Vegas next weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We got.
Ooh, so
Kooch
it's gonna be a
and
cliffhanger for 2 weeks then.
So,
Dun, dun, dun.
am I running something then?
Sure.
Yeah, probably. I'll run something for. Oh fuck! We had the horror game. That was the horror game spot. So we got to find something to fill the horror game.
That's true.
Oh,
Horror.
all right. I'll think of something.
The horror game.
Horror game. The horror.
Cool. So we are Two Nerds One Quest. We are here every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Sometimes all 4 of us. Sometimes not quite all 4 of us.
Got
We
a
will
lot
be
of
back
balls in
here.
here.
3 of us will be back here next Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/TomMNorm, TOMMNORM. You can follow us there. Hit the heart button. Get notified when we go live. Follow us on Twitter, Two Nerds One Quest. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy the podcast that comes out during the week, You can share it with everybody. Get the podcast wherever you get your podcast from. Let other people know about the show. Let other people know that you are enjoying it. Give us ratings and reviews wherever you get your podcasts from. I would greatly appreciate that, as would everybody else. That is the best thing you can do to support us, is to let other people know and to give us ratings and reviews, because it does allow us to get found in the algorithms. So for me, for DMJC, well, not the DMJC,
Oh,
for Kooch, and for Genius, I'm Norman. We out.
Word yell. I'm gonna get needled in the ass in 2 weeks.